Welcome. Thank you so much for downloading and listening to the Female Shaman Stories for Sleep. I'm Sheila Hernandez, I'm your host, and I started this podcast because, well, I do shamanic work in my own life, and I've always had trouble sleeping. And so some of the people I work with also have this trouble, but I wanted to be able to help as many people as I can, if I can. And I listen to things all the time online when I find that I have trouble sleeping. And it's interesting from a shamanic point of view. The Santeria, and I see shamanism as any kind of like indigenous spiritual tradition, and often with healing and self-healing, and that's really a trademark of shamanism, is that we, unlike going to a doctor and you go to a doctor and the doctor heals you, a shaman will teach you how to heal yourself. So that's also my goal in this podcast. And I was going to say that so I'm starting with my book, which is for young adults, and I think this podcast is for everyone, but since I wrote my book for young adults, these episodes, I always think of, I really like working with young people. I have sort of, astrologically, my sun is in the fifth house, which I don't know if you know anything about astrology, but the fifth house is children, passion, love affairs. So I always get along really well with young people and children, and yes, it's true, have love affairs. Anyway, so I'm going to try more and more to really pull you into sleep, into maybe, and do different techniques with you to really give it my 100% to try to help people sleep, because I know exactly what it's like. I'm now sleeping better, but I just recently had a bout with not being able to sleep because I was traveling and it was loud where I was living. And I wanted to share that in the Santeria tradition, which is comes from Ifa, and Ifa is a fetish religion from West Africa, and Santeria, is from Cuba, Haiti, and then different parts of the Americas, and particularly the United States. I think there's communities in the Bay Area and New York for sure, and the East Coast and West Coast. And because of my work and the dancing, I do traditional Aztec dancing. I've known a couple of babalaos who are priests in Santeria. They wear white, they're like healers. And one babalao told me that since I had trouble sleeping since I was a girl, that and nightmares and things like this, things that scared me in my dreams, that I could be a daughter of one of the goddess, the goddess of like cemeteries and of storms, and which I think is interesting, which you all might be as well. I certainly, in the Toltec tradition that I teach, they tend to say that everybody is in the land of the dead, in Miklan, when they go to sleep, if they're not lucid dreaming. So everybody, but has those dreams from the land of the dead, but in Miklan. But people just don't remember. And most people don't remember their dreams as adults. So today I'll do a short meditation with you to try to pull you under into sleep, and then I'll read a short travel story of mine and then go back to my book. And so please lay down, put down your phone or your screen. You could flip your phone over and relax. Get in a comfortable position. Make sure your pillow is just right and your neck feels comfortable. Put your arms at your side or on your chest, or you can lay to your side, whatever way makes you most comfortable and allows you to sink deeper and deeper into the mattress, couch, sofa, floor, wherever you're resting. And so really right now is a time of rest and of listening. You can turn off your mind, turn off your eyes, turn off the perception, the visual perception of your eyes, which triggers the mind to begin thinking. So now is the time where you do not need to think. You do not need to figure anything out. You don't need to solve any problems. All of the things that you think about will be there when you come back in the morning. So we don't have to pressure ourselves so much into figuring everything out all of our waking hours. There is a great deal of wisdom in the ancient cultures of the Mediterranean that take siestas, which really has helped me find sleep living in Spain, where you just take a break in the day. You say to yourself, right, I'm gonna lay down for 10 minutes to 60 minutes, and I'm just going to rest and maybe sleep 15 minutes or the whole time, or nothing at all, but this is the time for my body to relax and for my body to rejuvenate, and it is not a mental time. So even though I'll be talking, you don't have to listen to all of my words. Just listen to the sound of my voice and feel comforted that you have someone out there, me, and many other people who care about you, who want you to sleep, who care about your sleep and want you to be okay. And not only people, but you have the planet, our Earth, which is always here for you, and also part of the shamanic tradition in any part of the world is our deep relationship with the earth, and feeling safe in that position, feeling that you are as a child of earth. So I want you to come into that identity of being a child of earth and a child of the planet, and that you have no concerns. So fall deeper and deeper into that mattress, into wherever you're resting, falling into that identity as a small child or baby of the earth, not of people, but of the entire planet, and that the earth is protecting you, supporting you, lifting you up from underneath, no matter what step you take, no matter if you fall, no matter the things that you think or that you do or anything. The earth does not judge you. It sees all of your acts as the same on a certain level. It continues to support you, continues to support us. So I want you to fall deeper and deeper into the pillow, into this identity of a baby of the earth, of a small baby finding sleep, beginning with your cheeks, the cheeks, the eyes falling deeper and deeper, the mouth, your hair, allowing everything to relax deeper and deeper, allowing your chin to relax, allowing your hands to rest deeper and deeper into your body or into the mattress below you. And I like to remind myself of how a baby sees the world, which is like Santa Claus, right? With wonder, as that story says. That is the gift of Santa Claus, to have the wonder of a small baby and seeing the world for the first time. So imagine you are laying on a soft piece of grass or moss, or you're outside on the earth, being completely supported by the earth, and there's no one else around. You're in a beautiful setting, wherever you wish. You're completely supported. Maybe you're in your room or your house. But now I want you to take off the ceiling and see the stars above you, and see the stars in the night sky. And there's complete blackness and just stars. And be in that calm, in that nature. And pull the horizon around you higher. So you're falling deeper and deeper into that place of rest, of calm, and of sleep. And you're completely in a place without a past. You might be a young person listening to this, and if you are, I send you a lot of my love, and know that we all have been there, and we support you. And I certainly do. And erase your childhood, erase your past. You're now in a new place without a past, a completely fresh place. And we'll call this place the realm of the subconscious. And just breathe very deeply, inhaling deeply, and exhaling just as deeply. Releasing any negative thoughts or emotions deep into the earth. And again, inhale. Inhaling the vast space of the sky and the stars and the Milky Way galaxy, which spreads its light above us in a beautiful line, and seeing all the blackness around the Milky Way. And then release any negative emotions deep into the earth. Exhaling with your mouth. And I invite you to continue to do this as I'm talking. So just relax, and I'll read to you the short story article, and then from my book. This article was recently published in Elephant Journal, and you can look me up and find it there if you want to read it again or share it. So, we often look for sleep outside of ourselves. In a world where prosperity and happiness appear to be outside of our decisions and instincts, can sleep actually be as simple as it seems? My first day in Greece, I go to the Acropolis as soon as the sun is up. 7 a.m., I'm searching for a morsel of reality, a clue to who we could be without the artifice of human impotence. If reality is a reflection of our internal world, Athens boasts 15-meter Greek gods and lazy, seductive alley cat overlords. There's cats all over Athens. All over Greece that I saw. My architectural context is Vegas casinos. You know how they have all the pillars and the big hotels, the the imitation Greek pillars. Well, maybe they're not imitation. Imitation marble. Maybe. Anyway, back to my story. Reality, thousands of tons of white marble below my feet. Rising above me, surrounding my dragon energetic body in Doric columns. So the energetic body that I become, and that many people in the tradition uses of Quetzalcoatl, which is a dragon, to astral project and lucid dream. I think I explain this more later. The Parthenon and the Temple of the Olympians are so tall, they design the blue sky above Athens. The only god is the wind sailing through the negative space in silence. His friend is chaos, goddess of light, pouring between columns. The absence of construction, the blue sky space around the marble leaves room for me to grow. I'm a dreamer. I want to sleep and lucid dream. And if we try to lucid dream or simply pay attention to our body as we fall asleep, we notice sleep lives in our body, not the mind or screen. Believe me, I've played the screen dream sleep game. Specifically, sleep lives inside our gut. In my work with people as an intuitive guide, I call it earth perception. Our gut is the home of our intent. Intent makes things happen. The ancient shamans of Mexico called it a force. I have trouble turning off my conscious mind at bedtime. I figured out using our chakras, rotating spirals of light and energy centers in our body, we can use sexual transformational energy. So sexual energy is a transformational energy to lucid dream. That's one aspect of shifting our perception. Finding sleep can mean shifting consciousness from conscious to subconscious. This is a gift to help us understand how to use other sense perceptions. First, we must heal our unconscious. We do that by going into our blood via the dream dimension and removing unconscious obstacles to our creations on a cellular level. So that was kind of a lot there, I'll repeat it. We do that, we heal our unconscious by going into our blood via the dream dimension or any subconscious a subconscious place, like at the moment you might be in one, and removing unconscious obstacles to our creations on a cellular level. So for you, you might be feeling very relaxed and in a state of consciousness that's not quite the same, not quite a dream consciousness, but also not your normal consciousness of waking reality. And in this state, you can release any negative obstacles stuck inside of your cells, in your blood, in your chakras, these wheels spinning in your chest, your solar plexus, your navel, your sexual organs, your throat, your third eye, or your crown. You can release with every exhalation with an open mouth. You exhale with an open mouth and release into the earth any negative feelings, any negative thoughts, any obstacles, anything inside of yourself that criticizes you, that judges you, that reminds you of all the awful things in the world or the images you've seen or anything, just release it into the earth. Excellent. And breathe. And so, our cells, we do this because our cells live in multiple dimensions. This is what I've learned from doing this work these years and working with the cellular healing and the unconscious. Our cells live in multiple dimensions. So now we call it, and it's part of what people call quantum healing. Ancient shamans of Mexico called it healing the dream body, or the Nahual. Ecstasy is part of our spiritual experience. This is another shift in perception, which I think is so fascinating, that the ecstatic experience of our energy body transforming and moving is sensual. It's a sexual experience, but it's subtle because it's the subtle body. The energetic body is the subtle body. So our sexual energy simply expands our energetic body while dreaming. And you do that through focus and using your breath and transmuting your sexual energy up from your sexual organs into your navel, into your heart. So recently, and I invite you right now to come into your heart center and really see your heart light up using your breath, taking a big inhale, expanding your chest, opening your chest, kind of creating a fire, stoking a fire in your heart center. Exhale. So recently, I had the opportunity to go to Greece. As a girl, I loved Greek mythology and dreamt of Odysseus sailing from island to island. My own small boat was a ferry filled with babies and smoking Athenians, which I think is funny. No sirens in sight. Yet, like Odysseus, I was searching for adventures and a way home. I teach and use, and home for me is my own body, and allowing all of my energetic bodies to heal and to inhabit my body in a healthy way without blocks. It's actually fairly, you have to work every day and do breath work and some kind of practice every day to do that, to maintain it. I teach and use ancient practices to heal the energetic body from trauma or sleeplessness. Always the goal is self-actualization. In shamanism, and I invite you to look up self-actualization if you've never heard the term before. It's about, basically, it's manifesting who you want to become. So very much like the book The Secret, or other books about manifesting, or the law of attraction. It's about actualizing yourself to be the person that you want to become. And it's completely possible, particularly when you heal your unconscious. I've seen it happen a million times. I've seen it, maybe not a million times, but many times. And there's all kinds of testimonials and also myself. So in shamanism, we teach how to heal oneself. Reclaiming power over our lives is the most healing aspect of the discipline of shamanism. Using the Toltec tradition, and in parentheses, I'm Mexican, but I was taught my mom's hippy-dippy dream journal, astral projection, self-hypnosis version, which is true. I learned the Toltec version later in Mexico as an adult. I create an energetic double to become a magnificent sleeping beast who looks like the griffins outside the oldest cemetery in Athens. Hashtag dragons. I breathe fire unto my past and plant seeds for the future. Parentheses, shamanic tip number 1. Transmute your sexual energy into healing, cleansing fire, which lives inside your chest, sometimes called love. Tip number 2, burn all negative childhood memories. And do that now, if you wish, if you're still awake. I am a mythical creature with a slow heart rate. Shamanic tip number 3. Slow your breathing and heart rate to fall asleep. And for you listening, you can do that now by counting. So inhale and count. Inhale 1, 2, 3, and then exhale 1, 2, 3, and continue to do that, counting higher and higher. Eventually you're going to really slow your heart rate down, and I imagine myself like a turtle who lived 200 years and have a very slow heart rate, and you will fall into a semi-conscious state immediately. So go ahead and try that now if you've never tried it, and I'll continue reading, just counting to yourself, and just with a playful energy, just to see what it's like. So I'm being very metaphorical here, and I'm saying I'm verse incarnate from Patanjali's Yoga Sutras 1.36. The mind is calmed by the supreme effulgent light within, beyond all sorrow. So go to this place beyond all sorrow, this place without our past. Slow your heart rate, and sow your dreams for the night. A flying dragon lives in the conscious and unconscious realms. So, because I diverge for you all, I'm saying that the mythical creatures that we become in the Toltec lucid dreaming tradition are like dragons. It's called Quetzalcoatl. But so similar to the ancient Greek culture is, or any culture that has the dragons, is that they are at doorways. And ancient culture is metaphorical. And the dragon at the doorway, or the plumed serpent, or what have you, or the snake with feathers, it goes between the conscious and the unconscious realms. And that is why they're magical creatures. And we are these creatures. We've just lost the ancient tradition to do so. But it's coming back, and I'm very grateful and blessed that I'm one of the people bringing it back. So I am a lion-maned, crocodile-clawed, iridescent, coyote-feathered, eagle-winged, and snake-skinned dream body. I consume my own dreams of powerlessness, and that is the point of Toltec lucid dreaming, and I think of lucid dreaming, is to come into a place of power while you're dreaming. And in the Toltec tradition, we use different animals, and that's why it's like a griffin, because these are like animal totems, and you pull them into your nahual, your dream body. And you can imagine that now, if you like. Your own image, your beautiful self that you are. And you are very beautiful. We all are. Our dream bodies, not our dream body, but, well, it's related, our energetic body, which is multiple bodies, not just the dream body, but our energetic body is gorgeous. Like, just see yourself as the most beautiful version of yourself. Go ahead, do that now. See yourself with your eyes closed. See yourself as the most beautiful version of yourself, like a model. If you were a model, and see how beautiful your body and your face is, and there's a light glowing around you. You're beaming. See that energetic body. And then, if you like, you can put different animal characteristics on you when you go into this place in the unconscious. And you have the power of these animals as animal totems. So you have the power of the lion. You have the capability of abundance of the crocodile. You have the wings of a hummingbird who heals their emotions and their relationships. You have the iridescent fur in the form of feathers, perhaps, or just fur of a coyote, and maybe the eyes of a coyote, who is an animal of magic, and who takes the magic of sexuality and creates beautiful, beautiful things with it. You maybe have the wings of an eagle who soars the highest, who can go into the heavens. And maybe some parts of your legs have the snake, or you have the body of a snake. And the snake who can heal itself over and over and over again, shedding its old skin, leaving it to the earth, and starting anew. So you have all these qualities in your energetic body as you move into the realm of dreams and of sleep. All right, well, that was special for you podcasters. Go ahead and imagine that. And I'll continue. Most people don't remember their dreams. They only know that they can't sleep. Sometimes we get glimmers of a stress dream, sex, or being chased in the dreams. The beauty of overcoming sleeplessness by becoming a lucid dreamer is you also become a creator, not one created. Since I've strengthened my energetic body, my good dreams have begun to come true, which is true, like going to Greece. My teacher, Shaman, in Mexico, says all our dreams, good and bad, come true, unless we burn them, unless we set them on fire after when we wake up. Love in the form of faith, love in the form of peace of mind, is what prevents me from sleep. The ancient Greeks put their faith in Athena. Ancient shamans of Mexico put their faith in intent. They call it the force of intent, and I'll talk about that in later episodes. You can read about that in the books of Carlos Castaneda. I put my faith in my intuitive earth perception. My friend Dimitris in Athens, a handsome, tan, curly-haired sailor, says to me, I don't want to fall in love. Love makes you need. It just makes me laugh. It's true, but it's so dark. I sit on a ton of red marble, smoothed down by 2,500 years of butts. June midday, the white marble slab is cool. Skinny cats invite me to sit down and lazily ponder democracy, which I did. A 13-story sculpture of the warrior goddess Athena must be imagined in the Parthenon. Feminine perseverance, feminine grandeur, feminine divinity. All citizens could go to the Acropolis. Citizens being men and non-slaves. In a culture intending to define itself in war, they chose a female god. The warrior goddess Nike Athena is said to have young female warrior virgins. So they were called Nike Athena, these virgin warrior women, young virgin warrior. I just love it. I think it's chef's kiss. It's just awesome because the imagery is just fantastic. Each virgin warrior was considered as valuable as 1,000 soldiers in battle, 1,000 male soldiers in battle. And I imagine 100 sex-crazed young women in hairspray and matching outfits, screaming bloody murder and running into battle with spears and shields. Undeniably terrifying. You younger listeners will appreciate that. I'm reminded of my 13-year-old big hair self, because when I was 13, it was the 80s, and we had huge hair. I mean, just massive. We used to measure it. My hair was 6 inches tall. That's what you get. It was the style. My 13-year-old self, big-haired self, listening to my friend Jana's gang-banging Latin King boyfriend, Tony, I can't remember his last name, muttering through a sewed jaw shut from a rival gang's bullet, saying, "You know, pussy, bro." He used pussy like a noun. That's a true story. The corrugated Dorian collar, it's been a long road. The corrugated, that's why I think that I have so much compassion for youth. It's not easy being a young person. You don't get a lot of help, maybe from the outside, sometimes. I digress. The corrugated Dorian columns of the Acropolis were built at a slight angle. Parental marble columns rise like a silent divine scream for 5,000 meters, finally creating an invisible pyramid in the lithosphere. So the columns were built to be angled, which is crazy, so that they would create a pyramid in space, or still within the atmosphere, but 5,000 meters up in the sky. It creates a pyramid like in Egypt or Mexico. As I travel through Greece, Saturn squares Uranus. Venus moves into my own sign, Leo. I crave love. I shift my perception because I can't sleep. Perception, I wrote this during the time that I couldn't sleep in Greece. Perception shifting takes an ability to hold 2 or 3 points of view simultaneously. I perceive from my gut, from my center. I am the earth. No more global warming. My will is my mind. And this is very empowering in the wake of global warming, to feel that you are as of the earth, because it allows you to have your power back in regards to global warming. Less thoughts, more intuition. I am held up by the planet below me. Ancient Greece was riddled with war. A giant statue of the goddess with her head chopped off from Sparta is imprinted in me. Athena surviving the raids, the wars, the fires, feels like teeth biting into wood. People put their faith into Athena. For the sleepless, faith is ephemeral, meaning it is completely something in the air that we cannot see or touch. Faith is often this way, but particularly when you're trying to fall asleep. We tend to lose our faith at that moment. And I'm not really sure. Well, I have some ideas of the process, but we'll talk about that later. But focusing on faith for me when I have trouble sleeping is important. Faith that people love us. So remind yourself, remind yourself, people love me. I am loved. Faith that we won't end up homeless. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna continue to have a shelter. You're gonna be okay. Faith the earth will take care of you. Faith that we will make it. Faith we will have love until we die. We live in a world without assurances, so it's easy to lose faith. Is it any wonder that 50 to 70 million Americans suffer from some sleep disorder? As a professional insomniac since infancy, this is my joke, a child who lays awake in bed in a pantsuit, I just like the permanence of the word disorder. The ability to sleep comes and goes. It's not a disorder, it's like something you never get rid of. So I just like that word for us. I'm interested in helping people take back their power over sleep. Have you ever had a night where you felt as if you watched screen after screen hunting for sleep? Or enough G-rated distraction to put you under? I totally do that. I invite you to do something radical. Begin by turning off the lights at sunset. This is really good. And try it. Turn off the lights at sunset. Play classical music and light candles. Okay? Open a book with only pictures in it. Screens? Nah. Light incense and allow yourself 2 hours of romantic candlelight. It's incredible. You'll find you have less to do. It's dark. You'll feel relaxed. You'll enjoy the music. You'll feel sexy. And best of all, you will have prepared yourself for a good night's sleep. When my mind wanders on all the tasks of the day and I'm anxious at night, I stare at the candlelight. I stare into the fire and burn my past with my dragon's breath. If all the energy is running in circles in my mind, I remember where my ignition lies. My ignition, like of a motor. My fire lives in my sex and my heart. I open one or two or both. I allow the endorphins to release and lay down. #wink. I think there's a reason Nike, Athena, the virgin warriors were deified. Our sex, when used as the engine of our body, can create and achieve many things, including sleep. In further articles, I'll discuss how to use sexual energy for lucid dreaming and astral projection. For now, enjoy a good night's sleep. The end. And we have some time left, so I'll read a little bit from where we left off in the Jewel of Singularity. And while I'm doing that, I want to invite you to take some deep inhalations. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Falling deeper and deeper into the pillow. Inhale. Exhale. Falling deeper and deeper, allowing yourself to relax, thinking about, imagining, not thinking, imagining your energetic body, a beautiful energetic body, which is just yourself in your most beautiful form. In your most beautiful light. And you are beaming. You are completely surrounded by light. So it's you completely surrounded by light. And as the greatest beauty that you can imagine yourself. And see yourself this way. Entering into the land of dreams. And crossing the land of Miklan, where your good ancestors live, crossing that land and going into the land without a past. Going into a land of new earth. And planting seeds of abundance as a crocodile, of seeds of becoming a hummingbird while you dream, to heal your emotions and relationships, seeds of a coyote, transmuting your sexual energy into creating magic in your waking life, planting seeds of a lion for your power, your personal power, planting seeds of a snake for your healing, planting seeds of an eagle so that you may fly in your dreams and become an eagle, turning your energetic body into an eagle. Good. Take another deep inhalation. Exhaling through your mouth. Any negative thoughts or feelings. Taking another deep inhalation. Exhale through your mouth. Exhaling your past, releasing it deep into the earth. Taking another deep inhalation. Exhaling. Any negative creations from yourself deep into the earth. Any negative creations living inside of your energetic body, just releasing them into the earth and pulling in that night sky above you, that starry sky, pulling in the space that we live in, of our galaxy, of our cosmos, so much space, and find the security in that black space. See that that space lives inside of you, as does the star material, the stardust, that solar energy, that you are a star, that every living being on the planet is a star. It is part of your soul, part of your energetic body. And as a star, you can shine your light at any time that you want. And indeed, instead of judgment, the world, the universe, the galaxy is better off for you shining your light. And I'm just channeling now, since I channeled, when I write, I channel. And for much of this podcast, I channeled some things to you about lucid dreaming and of sleep. So I'll just continue to do a bit more channeling until the end, because we only have a few more minutes left together anyway. So if you woke up, lay back down. Something that helps if your mind is really spinning and your mind is really going, making flips over and over again, thinking about love or work or anything, any problem or friends, a situation that you might have with other people, a really great technique is to get up and do something in your house. Walk around, get up, go to the bathroom, make some tea, drink some water, like get up and do something. So that brings the energy back into your body. So it takes the energy out of your mind. What happens, I think, to us when we can't fall asleep is that our bodies are tired and we lay down and the energy goes into our mind because we have maybe something unresolved, or we have what's called in shamanism, in Mexican shamanism, a petty tyrant telling us that we need to solve some problem, resolve some issue, figure something out. We need to change something. Well, it's called a petty tyrant for a reason. Petty being small and a tyrant meaning tyrannical, meaning telling you what to do. So in that mental energy, in that mental space. So a really great trick is just to get up and go walk around, go do something, go put away your clothes or anything. Getting up and making tea is fantastic because you can turn on the fire and the ritual of making a tea. The beautiful things about rituals, and this is part of why rituals are part of shamanism and magic and witchcraft, is that rituals take you into a subconscious state, takes you into an unconscious state because of the repetition. A ritual is something that you do over and over again. Usually you do it the same way. It's the same number of steps and the same sequence of steps. And it's a lovely experience, particularly rituals around self-care, self-love, things that have to do with your soul, offerings that you make. In so much of my spiritual daily practice has to do with offerings and gratitude, and the ritual, that ritual of lighting the smoke, whatever it is, incense, sage, copal. I use copal often, or the Santa, Yerba Santa. No, Palo Santo, thank you. Thank you, I'm thinking my unconscious. That brought me the word Palo Santo. Yeah, I light Palo Santo. I make myself tea. I let the sweet smell of the Palo Santo or the copal or the sage, or we call it savila in Spanish, that is filling my bedroom, and I already have my candles lit, and I allow that space to be my ritualistic space, my ritual for going into my dream body, into my energetic body first, and then into my dream body, and planting seeds for the night, seeds for the kind of dreams that I want to have, seeds of the animals that I want to become, so that I may reap the benefits from those seeds, that I may reap the benefits of that abundance, of that emotional healing, of healing my relationships, of that physical healing of the snake, of the magic of the coyote, and all the cosmic magic of the night that we go into night after night, and believing in my own rituals, and believing in the steps and the repetition, and therefore pulling down the wall, the veil between the conscious and the unconscious mind, And when you pull away the veil, as they call it in Hinduism and even in Christianity, the veil of perception, when you pull down that veil, you are becoming a mythical creature. You are becoming a dragon, because you can transmute any obstacle. You can use your sexual energy, you transmute that into fire, pull that fire into your navel, into the solar plexus, into your heart space, as dragons fill their chests up with fire. And you can breathe fire onto any problem or obstacle that you have. And try it. Try it. Try to if you have something that is keeping you awake, a problem, an obstacle, come into your sexual organs. Allow the energy to ignite. Allow the fire to ignite. Then using your groin and your lower abdomen, pull sexual energy up into your navel, and then feel it in your navel, right? You feel that power. It is very powerful energy. And then pull it into your solar plexus, and that'll make I'm doing it now, and that'll make your back align up. It'll fix your posture immediately, pulling it into your solar plexus. And then from your solar plexus, pull it into your heart space. That'll release your shoulders, it'll broaden your chest, and your heart will start to feel ticklish. And really imagine a glowing fire in your chest. It's red, it's orange, it's yellow, it's white. See it in your energetic body. See, and it might make you burp. When I do it, it kind of makes me burp a little bit, I think because of all the air and things moving out of my navel and my stomach and my intestines and vital organs. And then breathe out fire, setting the problem on fire. So see the obstacle in your third eye, see whatever it is as an image, and set it on fire. See the thing becoming fire. And don't worry, if it's a person, they're not going to be hurt. They're not being set on fire in reality. It's metaphorical. It is so that you can go beyond the loop in your head about it, because it will take it out of the mental sphere and take it into your intuition, into your subconscious. And our subconscious has much more knowledge than our conscious mind. And so while you're in the subconscious, you will get an answer. You'll get a response. You'll get a solution. So allow your subconscious to deal with it. Take it out of the conscious mind. You do that by setting it on fire as a dragon. Okay, that's all the time for now. Thank you so much. I love you so much. It really inspires me and lights me up and makes me so happy that people are enjoying the podcast. Please share it or like it or send a comment. And I love hearing from you and the work that I do. So just want to send you so much love from the bottom of my heart. So that you know that you are loved and that you can find sleep and that it exists there in your body. And until next time, love yourself and find that self-care. Okay, good night, and I'll see you next time. Bye.